Welcome to Diamond.Standard.Gaming. And if you heard that rooster crow, you know it's time to wake up and start building. So here we are back at our epic castle build, and we're going to go ahead and add in 2 more towers for this build. This is going to be the left tower, and that's going to be our right tower, right in those 2 locations. That's going to be the right hand side and the left hand side of our 2 towers. Now, to mix this up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and use blue concrete, and then we're going to use iron blocks around the windows instead of the white and the gold like we used for the rest. And this is going to actually be the front entrance to our castle. So to get started, I'm going to count 11 blocks total. So I do put that stone block right there, but that's supposed to be the middle, but it's actually off by 1. And I fix it here in a second. But yeah, the tower is going to be 11 by 11, and it's going to be a circular tower this time. Again, to really make it stand out from the other towers that we already put in. And then right here, I go ahead and I do the same thing out in this direction. I make it stick out 5 in that direction, and I make it stick out 5 in this direction. So that kind of gives you an idea of, you know, the size that it's going to be. I think similar in size to the square towers. I think the square towers are 9 by 9 in the bottom. And then I go ahead and add 2 blocks, you know, at the end of each of these to the left and right hand side. And these are going to be like the faces of the tower. Yeah, it's not exactly round because it is Minecraft, so but it's roundish. And right there, I actually accidentally put an additional block, but I do come back in and clean that up a little bit. It did confuse me here for a minute because I thought I was supposed to have 2 diagonal blocks, and you can see it didn't really work out. There's really only 1 diagonal block between there. So here I was counting and saying, what the heck happened there? I didn't realize at this point that I made that mistake, but you'll see in a minute. I'll go ahead and fix that. That's how it should look right there, with 2 diagonal blocks between the 2 faces there. And then here, doing the same thing, adding 2 diagonal blocks. So all the other sides worked out. Just this one. And then I'm looking here. I'm like, what the heck did I do? And then I realize, oh, not only there, but also right on this left one, right here, I also put an additional block by mistake. So once I get that all cleaned up, that's the footprint of our tower. And that's what it looks like once I removed all the inside blocks, because they were there really just to get the spacing down. And I'm going to follow the same pattern I followed for these other towers. So the first level is 5 blocks tall, and then the second level is 4 blocks tall, and then there's a single block in between for the floor. So I think it's 16 blocks tall in total. And I'm going to make these front blue towers, they're only going to be 3 stories tall and not 4 stories tall. Again, just to keep it mixed up and, you know, make each, you know, part of the castle look a little bit different. So what I do is I go ahead and I add 15 blocks on top. And then here it is. The finished cylinder of the tower. And again, each face there is 5 wide, and that way I can put a single window right in the center of each of the sides. And then I go here and I start cutting in the windows. So like I said, the first row of windows will have a height of 3 blocks, and then the next 2 levels of windows will have a height of 2 blocks. And I go ahead and I surround it in the iron block this time instead of the gold. I think the silverish color and the blue go together real good, and again makes it stand out from the rest of the towers in our castle. And then you can see I usually leave one space here, and that's going to be the interior floor between the outline of the windows. So there's that one space, and then here we have a window that's too tall. Not too tall, but 2 blocks tall. And again, there's another space left right there. And then that takes us up to the top of our tower. And in 3, 2, 1, there's our finished windows in our tower. And you can see right down here, this window's kind of blocked. So I'll probably eventually get rid of that window because it'll basically run up against the side of the cliff there. But for now, I just went and put it in. And then I go ahead and I finish off this part here, just to bring the tower all the way down to the ground so it's not floating. And then we have a cow going into the tower right there. I'm not sure where he's going. Maybe he wants to live in there. And definitely please let me know what you think of the build so far in the comments below. And yeah, what would you like to see, or what would you like to see different? We always take requests, and if you wanted to see a different type of tower, or a different top to a tower, or different windows, yeah, let us know in the comments, and we'll definitely try to incorporate that into one of our next builds. Okay, so that's how our tower is looking so far. And then the next step is going to be to go ahead and build the top onto the tower. And we follow the pattern the same as we did for the other tower. So we basically put in an overhang of 2 sticking off of all the sides of the tower. So it really ends up being about, let's see, I think we made it 11. So it'll be about 15. It's about a 15 by 15 wide circle. And then in 3, 2, 1, that right there is what the finished top of the tower looks like. And then I shouldn't say the finished top, but the start of the top. And then what we do is we go around the perimeter, and we basically go 2 blocks tall, 1 block tall, 2 blocks tall, 1 block tall, all the way around the tower. And right there is how it looks like when it's all done. Again, not all done. We're still going to put the upside down stairs below it, but and then you can see right here the because we only have 4 blocks wide here, we had to kind of put 2 of these double stacks right next to each other, and we couldn't really alternate it like we did in other ones, just because of the size of the tower and how it came out. But I think it looks okay like that. And I made it the same like that on all the sides, so it's at least symmetrical and everything. And then here's the finished tower with the upside down stairs. You can see right there on the bottom of the overhang. Yeah, just going around it and showing you how it looks from all angles. So we're getting close. I think really probably in the next video we will finish up the walls and possibly put one more tower in, And then that will pretty much be the finished construction of our castle. Now I'm going to go here. I'm going to build the next tower. That's the outline. That's what it looks like when it's up to height. There's the windows. There we got the first part of the roof on. We got the second part of the roof. And then we have the upside down stairs underneath. How was that for building a tower? Done in about, what, 10 seconds. Got something up on the roof there, a guinea pig or something. See him over there, or a hedgehog? Walking around on the top of the right tower right there. A little bit of cleanup here I gotta do. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and build some stairs going up here in between the two towers. Now I wasn't sure what exactly I was going to do here. I didn't know if I was going to use like the standard Minecraft stairs, and then I kind of shied away from that because I thought they would be too steep. And then I was like, well, do I do slabs? And so I did go with slabs, but instead of having it go up by, you know, a half a block every block as you walk forward, I basically made like a little landing of 2 blocks wide, and you'll see that here in a second. So that what I just put down there is pretty much one level of stairs. And then I go here and I'll put a second level in. Look at all those guys, they just appeared. They just spawned right there. Out of my way. And the problem I had is that I didn't want it to be too steep. I didn't want it to get up to the top of that hill before, too soon. And I also didn't want it to be too gradual, because I didn't want these stairs to basically run all the way back to the back, or to the back wall of the castle that we built the other day. Because I wanted to kind of come into the courtyard of the castle and have enough space to put something else in there, another building or another tower or something like that. So right here, yeah, so this is kind of, that's kind of the landing of 2. So it's 2, each step is 2 wide. And then in a second here I go ahead and I put in the slab to make it so you can actually just walk up it instead of having to jump up it. And I'm using the polished diorite for these stairs. That way it kind of ties it in with the with the roof of the towers, but it still makes it a little bit different. And then there's the next stair that I put in. So you can see it's kind of like a nice gradual incline. And it's nice because you can actually walk up it. You don't have to worry about jumping up it when you're running through in Minecraft. So I go ahead and I continue that all the way up, and this is how it's looking right now. I do make it a little bit further. I don't really show you the next couple stairs. I wanted it to go a tiny bit further, but that does give you a pretty good idea of how it looks. You see I have a lot of vertical distance to still go there. And then this dirt and stone and gravel here, I will eventually fill in with like blue concrete and the polished diorite. Yeah, right here, and right there. That'll all get filled in eventually in a future video. That way it'll look all nice and consistent once we're finished. It still looks like a work in progress right now, which it is. All right, and then right here, I'm going to go ahead and put some stairs going up to the left and up to the right. So here I just cut out I cut out the rough stairway, and then I come back and I'll throw the stairs in. And I wasn't sure how wide I was going to make this, so I did start here by making it 2 blocks wide. And you'll see in a minute I actually decided to make it 3 blocks wide, because the 2 just looked a little bit too narrow. And then here I go ahead and I'm using the polished diorite stairs. And that is how it looks right there. And then I run down here and I just try it out to see how they work when I run up them and how it looks. I think that's pretty impressive. Can you imagine walking through an area like that and you're looking up at these giant towers in front of you? And walking up all these stairs. And then here it is, finished up the other side. That's the right hand side now. And you can see there's where I did decide to make them 3 wide as opposed to just 2 wide. It just gives you a lot more room. And then this level right here of dirt, I might actually end up, taking that off in a future video and maybe even a level below it, just to make the stairs like here a little bit less steep. I mean, that'll mean some modifications to my other wall. There's a creeper down there. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe I'll even change the ones I put in down here. Make them a little bit, maybe I make the bottom ones a little steeper, and then as you get further in, you don't have to have as much of an incline. Alright, and then here's a quick little overview of what we built today. And like I said, I think there'll be one more tower, and then we'll connect everything up with walls, and then do some finishing work, and then that will be our castle. And then I would like to go ahead and put some redstone projects, like maybe a big redstone drawbridge or a big metal gate at the entrance. But yeah, let me know what you think of this video in the comments, and please share your ideas on what I can build and what we can add to this next. And until next time, have a great day.